Greetings, everybody! This is the Starving Martian, and if there's anything I like better than a good Transformer, it's a bad Transformer. Which is why I was thrilled when I was in a local dollar store recently, a place called $1 Zone, and came across the Transbots. That's right, Transbots. Somebody thought that that would be a good name for this product. I imagine they didn't realize that the name might have more meanings in today's society than they anticipated. Robots in disguise, indeed. But be that as it may, here is Transbots, 2 bots included. And so that works out to about 53.1 cents a piece after Connecticut sales tax. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at these Transbots and see how they stack up to the more official robots in disguise. And, well, spoiler alert, they're not that great, but it's kind of what you expect from this sort of thing. So, first and foremost, let's take a look at the packaging. Now, got that beautiful Transbots logo, or label, or whatnot. Kind of a Gears of War thing going on. You got that, maybe some blood splatter there, maybe? Lubricant? I don't know. You see your 2 Transbots, and it's kind of neat. They package one in jet mode and one in robot mode. Now these guys are going to transform exactly the same, as we'll see in a moment, but the robot mode and the jet mode on each is slightly different, which is good. We do appreciate that. And on the bottom of the box, you can see the brand name here, Arcady. A special warning for residents in California, which says, let's see, all products sold in the state of California are subject to Proposition 65 warning. So there you go. Proposition 65 warning to you guys in California. The rest of us go about our lives blissfully unaware of what Proposition 65 is. I imagine they probably cause cancer in rats in California, but rats in California aren't going to be playing with Transbots now, are they? So it's not that big a deal. Speaking of not that big a deal, let's get a look at the robots themselves. I have previously opened this up so I could fiddle around with these guys, see how they work. So let's go ahead and pull them out of the box. Now, I have gone ahead and given these guys each their own name. Because why not? They do not have a name from the package, so you have to come up with these things. I've decided to call this guy Blundercracker, and this guy Misfire, after, of course, Thundercracker and Jetfire. Give you a quick comparison, though. Pull back a little. So here's Blundercracker, and here's Dark of the Moon Thundercracker. Give you a little idea of the size difference here. And then for robot mode, here's Misfire, and we'll pair him off with an Energon Starscream. There, so you can see these guys are a bit shorter than Deluxe class, but definitely bigger than a Legends class. When you consider that a single Legends class costs about $5 and these guys cost about 50 cents, that's not bad. However, you are getting much, much better quality with the official Transformers. No surprise there. So, let's take a look at this guy. This is back, from which we can see that he is super, super. Now, this guy was super, I'd be impressed, but man, super, super. Wow. I am a lucky, lucky collector to own this. So here's his noggin here, here's his head sculpt, and his head swivels. It has a vaguely Jetfire-y mold, kind of, sort of, not really. The legs are on a swivel here. The arms come up and down. They're on a ball joint. One complaint about these guys in robot mode, and we'll see it more in Blundercracker, is that the back part here doesn't really peg in when you transform them. So they get kind of loosey-goosey. Be that as it may, this guy especially I think looks decent in robot mode. I do like his robot mode. He is definitely worth 50 cents. Transform him into his jet mode. You're going to move this little flap. And these little flaps do tend to pop off, so just be careful. And there you go. You're going to bring them up like so. You can peg the little flap into there. Don't expect it to stay in place, but if it makes you feel better about yourself, go ahead, peg that in. And the arms will fold in, and this arm will peg into this hole here. There we go. And that actually holds in pretty well. And then the legs simply swivel back, and they will peg into his holes molded in. And you have landing gear, which is kind of a pain to get out, but once you know what you're doing. And there you have Misfire in his jet mode. And it's not bad. The undercarriage is a little ugly, but you know, I don't want people looking at my undercarriage either, so we're not going to complain. Put him off to the side. Bring out Blundercracker. And yeah, these guys, like I said, they transform identical, so he's going to be the exact same thing in reverse. I do like his detailing. It's got little lightning bolts here, and one thing I do appreciate is there's a couple different shades of paint. You got blues and reds on this guy, some gold and some silver on him, which do look well. I like that. It's, I mean, for as cheap as a toy as this is, they did pretty good as far as the detailing goes. Now, so we're going to just unpeg his legs and swivel them up. Unpeg the arms. Bring them out. And fold it all together. And yeah, this guy is definitely not my favorite of the two. His legs are so much looser than Misfire's. It's like a foosball player here. And his head just kind of wobbles all over the place. Like he might be drunk. High on some Dark Energon, I don't know. Maybe he's one of those Dark Energon zombies from Transformers Prime. So his head has more of like a knight in evil armor kind of look to it. And it's not bad. Not bad for what it is. Now, he's a little bit tougher to get standing, but once you do, here is the pair of them in all their glory. Now, if you like what you see here, they're not great toys, but again, for $1 for the both of them, I say why not? They make nice party favors. Or just, you know, cheap kind of blast away minions. You know, if your kid has official Transformers, these could be the cannon fodder that Megatron will send after the Autobots that could easily be blown out of the sky. And you don't have to worry too much if their arms and legs pop off. You can't get them back together. And now, if you want the complete Transbots experience, they sold them in blue and white and blue, and there's also an orange one, which I neglected to pick up. Actually, when I saw them, when I first saw them, I thought they were all the exact same model, just in different colors. And I do kind of regret not grabbing one with the orange one, but still, it's the exact same transformation and everything. It might have its own unique face. I do not know. But there is an orange one. And if that's not enough, if you happen to be a Transbots completionist, I guess such people might exist, they had Mega Transbots at this dollar store as well. Now, I didn't get that either, because Mega Transbots is simply a cheap kid's toy cell phone that's supposed to make beepy sounds, and it has a picture of a robot stickered onto it, and that's about it. Put out by the same company, so it is an official Transbots product, so yeah, it is out there, but that's all it is a dinky little beep, beep, beep. Anywho, now you know that they exist, and knowing is, of course, half the battle. So, yeah, that's about it for me for now. I think these guys pretty much speak for themselves. If you see them for $1, pick them up. Do not try to hunt them down on eBay or Amazon. Do not pay exorbitant prices for these things. They're not worth it. But also for 50 cents a piece, they're not as bad as they could have been either. I do wish they pegged together better in robot mode. But, again, for what you're paying, you really can't expect anything better than this. So, guys, this has been the Starving Martian. Hope you enjoyed this look at Transbots, and we will catch up with you next time. But until then, as always, keep watching the skies.